You versus the crap barrel.
Yeah, so I caught on fire. So we're out there, and what happened is, overseas in Iraq, you have to burn. When we were there, you have to burn your feces, right? So because you don't want to be scattered.
You dump in a big old barrel every morning.
So you have a big barrel, and it's a 55-gallon drum, and you cut it in half, and you make a toilet out of it, and so all the excrement goes into the big barrel. And then what you do, we called it, pardon the language, folks, but this is as a history lesson. It's called shit burning detail is what we called it. And it would be two guys, and it would be a cycle. You'd always have to go out there, and what was expected that you would grab the barrel, you and your buddy put on some gloves, and you drag this because it's heavy, right? And it's in sand, so you're dragging through the sand this big heavy barrel of caca, right? So we drag it to this area, and what you do?
Military, boy.
Yeah, sign up. Yeah. So you take diesel. You take diesel, and you pour a bunch of diesel in.
What they're fighting for, people, is the diesel to burn their crap.
Yeah. So you take the diesel, you pour it in the container, and it fills up. And you take a stir stick, and you saturate the feces.
Did they make you name your stir stick?
With I always call it a Jugan stick. I don't know. It's from the South. I think it's from the South. I don't know if that's true or not. But so anyway, you have to stir the diesel into the feces, and to get it really saturated, and then you have to light it. What you do is you take the end of your stick, you light it with a lighter. It's not explosive. Diesel burns really slow. So you light it, and it takes a while for it to light. So it's kind of relatively safe, you know. And so you light it, and you take your stick, and so now it starts lighting on. And now you have this fecal matter container burning with fire, and you have to keep stirring it to agitate the mixture so that it continues to burn off. Because the idea here is that you continue to do the process. Once it burns out, you have a lot of feces still in there. You have to add diesel again, mix it in there, light it, and continue the whole process until everything is just powdered dust and it just evaporates away and you got nothing in there, right? But of course, you're breathing it all in too. You got to consider that. So that sucks, right? That's what you got to do. So Mac and I, it's our turn. Now it's our turn. So we go out there and we get our gloves on and we're dragging these barrels and we're filling them up with diesel and we're doing the process, but it's too slow. It's too slow. We would like to speed up the process. And we figured, what we can do is that instead of letting it burn out, we'll add diesel as it's still burning, right? We'll add in a little bit and kind of back up because then it'll flame up. And then, you start it, and then you pour in a little bit more. And then you back up, right? And then it flames up and you stir it and you keep going like that. And that way you don't have to worry about it burning out and then starting it over, right? And so it actually did go faster. So one time I forgot. I don't know how I did this, but I ended up grabbing jet fuel. They call it MoGas instead of diesel. And they're in the same containers, but one's I think red and one's green or black or what, And I grabbed the one and I'm just not paying attention. We were taking drugs over there. That's another story, by the way. We'll talk about those things. So I grabbed this MoGas and we're getting ready. And so I open up the can and I get ready to pour some in the big, barrels in front of me here filled full of poo, right? And it's on fire. And I open this container of jet fuel that's highly combustible, right? And and I pour it in and boom, it just blows up right in my face. And I threw the container, an instant reaction, I just completely reject everything and push it away, to defend myself type thing. And I didn't even think about it, but I pushed the container way up in the air and I kicked over the 55-gallon drum cut in half full of feces, container saturated with diesel on fire. I kicked that over, right? But from the explosion and how it all went down, fuel got on me and I was on fire, right? So what do you do when you're on fire?
Stop, drop, and roll.
You stop, drop, and roll, right? But you don't stop, drop, and roll when there's feces on the ground saturated in fire, but that's what I did in diesel. So I start rolling around the fire, and I'm kind of scared and panicking, but it's you know, I'm going to live through it. I know that. So now it's not going to be too extreme, but I'm still on fire. We need to put this fire out. But now I have
kicking you.
and my buddy Mac is kicking sand on me, and he's laughing. He's laughing, man. And then that's how I caught on fire. There you go.